We back? We're back. Okay, there we are. Huh. I didn't even notice the audio mixer wasn't bouncing around. Sometimes it seems to do that. It just forgets the settings it did last time. Anyways, I'm doing the whole P90X workout and diet now. And it is kicking my ass. Like, hardcore. So instead of cookies, I'm having cashews. Fair, close enough, right? Something to munch on. So I started with my new apprentice last week. And she's not doing too bad. Taught her how to make a little candle scribe for a little witches and stuff. It's a pretty nice little thing. Though I do think, and it's just a personal opinion, that this whole loop here should probably be pulled back and flattened out a little bit. But that's just something you don't know until you make it and hold one. You know? Or have the blade maybe go the opposite way. I don't know. I don't know how you're supposed to handle these things. But yeah. So, taught her how to make a set of tongs and how to make candle scribes. Got me my coffee. And at some point today, I'm having a brand new miter saw show up. And this one should be able to handle cross-cut 10-inch boards, which will be nice. It's kind of a small blade on it, though. It's only 10-inch. So I'll be able to cross-cut 10-inch boards. But I'll probably only be able to... I should be able to cut 4x4s with it. Yeah. I don't think I could do 6x6s though. So it's a double miter saw, and it slides, all the slides slide out to the front, which was important because of the space and stuff I have available in the shop. But I started cutting, started making the bed for little man, and I had to cut 15 slats for the bed. Now his bed is going to be a raised bed. It's going to be about 4 foot off the ground. It's going to have a ladder that goes up to it, kind of like more of a ship's ladder, not exactly a staircase, not a ladder. And it's going to have that slide coming down. So, him being 4 feet in the air, you kind of want to have you kind of want to make sure everything is all very nicely, strongly built. That's very important. So, how you doing today, buddy? See, I did my first round of fairy houses. And as a proof of concept, it worked pretty well. However, some of the proportions were off. I'm going to throw it up on I'm going to throw it up on Facebook, regardless, just so I can, get something out there. But I'm going to be working today a little bit more on a different design for one. This one was more like utilitarian, so I'm going to try and make a Mark II, which is a little bit more whimsical. I finally decided on the scale. It was going to be 48 scale or quarter scale, which, like, these little junky action figures are giant next to. But 48 scale seems to work pretty well for the size I was looking at. And since I have scale, I can draw everything full size and then just... Child, either stay behind the curtain or go play in your room. You understand? Go. Have kids, they said. It would be fun, they said. So now that I know what scale I'm working in, I can make it a little bit more fun. And like, the whole idea is these kits, you're supposed to paint them and decorate them. I didn't, just for my first initial run through on it. But we're getting there. Just a slow march towards getting what you want, right? So, I don't think I washed that cup out good enough. It still has a little soapy taste to it. So let's open up the whole design thing. And kind of show you what I'm working with. So, the way this works out is the plywood I'm working with, which is Baltic birch, which is an upgrade from all the different plywoods I was working with previous to this. They were just whatever, Joann's or Hobby Lobby or Michael's had, which worked fine. This is a bit of a higher quality type wood, so we can run from there. So anyways, this magenta square is 48 foot by 48 foot, which correlates almost perfectly to the 12 by 12 squares. So that's quarter. That's quarter scale, or 1 to 48. The math gets a little buggy. So I've already changed this guy around here a little bit. I made the stairs. I doubled the amount of stairs and kind of changed the proportions a little bit to make it seem a little bit more user-friendly. This was 3 separate pieces. I just turned it into one. Once I glued up one, it seemed like such a pain in the ass to get everything square and lined up. I don't think anybody in the real world would enjoy doing that. So we're not going to do that either. And I futzed around with the door, made it do that. So now we're going to do a save as. I'm going to do Fairy Village 2. I'm going to make this a little bit more whimsical. This is like a basic cabin. You know? So you can. Found a couple new molds in Dollar General yesterday, but it's too cold in the back room to make anything. Yeah, I was at the shop yesterday, and I had to call it quits early because it was just, even with both forges going, it was just too cold. So my idea for a fairy house. Since I'm doing like a 7-foot door, 7 foot by 3 foot, that's your general dimensions. And dimension-wise, this worked out very nicely. I'm going to take this guy. I'm going to take that door. Copy this over here. Bloop. This one is going to be a 2-story house. And on this one, I want a pitched roof. Like that. Bloop. And there's our pitched roof. You know? You don't want double lines. That's how you screw up the laser cut. Because even if you can't see the double lines, and I learned this the hard way, and I almost burnt down my apartment a couple of years ago. Even if you can't see the double line, the laser will see the double line and thinks you want that cut twice. And that can be catastrophic. Now, my idea is to kind of have this guy sit in a corner. Okay? But I want the like sit at a 45-degree angle in the corner. So now I need to make a base for this guy. Take that line down. Rotate. Copy. 90. Move that back to there. And just because nothing's ever actually 90 degrees, we're going to do this. We're just going to nip out that back area. Because I don't know if you ever like looked at your house or worked on your house or anything, but very, very rarely is any corner actually 90 degrees. And like, don't make the angle more than 6 degrees or the Secret Service will be scared of it. What? I'm guessing you're talking about the pitch of the roof. Yeah, I'm actually keeping most of this as realistic as possible to like a real house. Now, to this angle here. Let's copy this guy out. Rotate this down by -45. So, got that. Now this cut is probably going to have to take two sheets. I'm thinking. Move that in to here. Bloop. Time to roll out. But I want to see the final product. Well, I'll be throwing pictures up online of the original, which was just a proof of concept for me. And then I will probably take screenshots of this and upload that as well. And then once I have like 3 of them, I think, that I like, you know, I'll have them cut out and made. But then it'll be time to, like, you know, do some stuff. And, you know, these will go to market. I think first as a digital file, but I'll print out a couple and package them to, you know, to sell them in different craft stores and stuff. And I think it'll be kind of cool to see what people make of it and what comes of it. Anyways, enjoy your weekend, and I hope you drive safe. There's a lot of idiots out there. So now here's going to come the difficult part. Because I have to have this roof go back, you know, pitch roof go back, and then intersect with an angled wall. But I know the distance, so let me copy this whole thing there. Boop. Boop. There's my length from front to back. Now, I want to put a 2-foot eave. Let's go 2 foot. that. And I need to figure out what that slope is. Nine foot 7. 9 foot 7.5. So let's copy this. Let's see, what should we copy that out as? 10 foot. Let's do 12 foot. Get rid of that. Copy this. Rotate it. Something tells me that's not a big enough angle. No, it's not. Something's not right. Because on a regular thing it'd be 45 degrees. But then you're doing that pitch in there. It'd actually go from 0 up. I need to do some thinking here. Take that, 8 foot, 7, 10 foot,
You weren't doing your workout, so I took the workout discount.
set it down gently so it doesn't get scratched. I'm doing the workout after I'm done here.
Okay, I'll put it back in.
Don't, because that'll mess things up, buddy.
Our job.
It looks like we're getting snow again today. Hooray. See if there's anyone talking. See if there's even anyone in here. There is not. You know what? I think the first thing I'm going to do is not do this on the angle. Let's just do one that sits flush. That way I don't lose my mind. So, since this is a bigger house, I do think that warrants having it project a little bit further from the wall. Let's take this. Hey. What are you doing?
I'm just looking at stuff.
I'm still on my live stream, honey. That's super glue. That'll glue your fingers together. Why don't you go keep playing your game?
I didn't know how. I wanted to get on a different level, and there was not any other levels.
Okay, well then play a different game.
I am.
Okay, then go play it. I only have a half hour left, okay? Come on, run along. You're gonna get in trouble really quickly. Okay. Now, let's see what we can do. Because this one, I think, so 1/8 inch material. How would that go? Oh, I should be able to do it just like this. 0.125 and scale this by 48. So that's the height I should be at. Not much of a difference, but it is a difference. That was one mistake I made on the house that I built up there. I didn't account for the material thickness. So when the roof started to come down, it didn't rest on the angled pieces. It rested only on the very front edge and back edge of the front wall and back wall, which is fine, I guess. Except for the fact that when it came time to, you know, the roof isn't on there very well. I mean, it's all just super light, thin wood, so structurally it's fine. But I just didn't like how that connected. Was not a fan. So what I should have done is raised those edges up by the same amount that I just took off there from those sides. And while that door is technically fine, for this one I want it to be a little bit more fairy-like, a little bit more whimsical. Let's go look for some fairy. Oh, that's cute, that one there. You could always go with a good old hobbit door, yes. That one has a heart on it, that's cute. That's like Lord of the Rings fairy right there with that gold strapping on it. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Okay, so make this door just a little bit wider. Let's go by a foot. Let's round the top of it, I think. And then I don't want to get my proportions all screwed up here. Let's offset this whole thing by, let's say, a foot. Put a hatch in there of stone, but we're going to make this 12. Nah, it's too small. 24 is too big. 16. That looks good. That's a little stone door. Copy this guy out here. Offset this all by 1 inch in. And that just gives it the clearance it needs. Turn that down a bit, buddy. Let's see. Let's do a circular window in this door. We'll do a big one. Like that. Offset this by, let's say, 4 inches. Like that, and then we'll trim all this up. Let's make this another board door. We'll use 6-inch boards. Bloop. Let's do right there. We'll do a board across 6 inches, and let's do another one a bit lower. And just so I don't lose my sanity when it comes time to switch all these layers to for the laser. There. Bing, bang, boom. Let's throw a few windows in here. That one might go higher. I think for down here, go up 3 foot. that one up 4 foot. Do a nice big window in here. Copy this over here by 5 foot. I want to put a little whim and whimsy on this, you know? Alan, good morning. Sorry I didn't see you come in. I am working on another fairy house. I have the first one sitting up there that was a proof of concept, kind of like a little cabin type thing. So what I'm doing here is I'm doing a 2-story, and I'm trying to make it a little bit more whimsical. First one was more just a run-of-the-mill. Also, I had I started with a new apprentice last week, and taught her how to make a set of tongs, and made a little candle scribe for witchy stuff this week. I think there's a few design choices that need to change, but by and large, I think she did a pretty good job. So, I am sore, I am tired, and I don't think there's enough coffee in the world to fix either of those problems right now. You know? And hopefully I get my Amazon delivery, because I'm getting a new miter saw. Let's see where they're at. It's shipped and it should be arriving today. Either way, this is the miter saw. Well, you can't see what I'm. Let me get you to a face picture. Go here. So this is the one I am getting today. So I can do compound miters with it. And the important thing to me, the most important thing, is that those sliders come out to the front. So yeah, this is kind of more of like a radial arm saw, than just a standard miter saw or chop saw. So it's a little bit more advanced than the one I had. But, and this is what is big to me about this one, I can replace the insert, so I can do 0 clearance inserts and cuts, because I almost never do compound cuts. So, you know, I should be able to get a cleaner finish cut on a lot of things. And the fact that it slides forward, and all the sliding mechanisms are forward instead of going, you know, retreating behind it, means I'll be able to use this one in the shop. So we'll see how it goes. It's fairly cheap. The next one that I would be able to use in the shop would be a significant upgrade with a significant price tag attached. And I have bigger fish to fry than just that little saw. But I had a cut. I'm making a new bed for little man, and I have to cut 15 slats for it. And you know, I've been working on that, you know, a little bit here, a little bit there, but that's been a pain in the ass, to be honest. So got that guy, and we'll see how it plays out, you know. But yeah, I just got this idea for these fairy houses, and I saw that no one was really doing them, at least not the way that I want to do them. And my idea is that like each house that goes around and everything in this little ecosystem is, I had 4 requirements. One, it's at a scale that you can find stuff for it. So, you know, doll scale, which is 1 to 12, would be huge. Just 1 inch equals 1 foot. So like a 7-foot door would be 7 inches tall, which is fine for like a Barbie house or something. But once you get into like, you know, small stuff that you want to hang on your wall, 7 inches. That's just the door, so it'd be like a 2-foot thing hanging. That's too big. So I settled on 1 to 48. It's small enough that it looks cute and fairy-like. You can make that believable. But at the second hand, you can still purchase stuff for it. So I saw, you know, some chairs and stuff, and some bookshelves and other paraphernalia, and that seems like it'll work just fine. So I got that. So yeah, the other 2 requirements, the other requirements were, they all have to be able to, you know, play well with each other. So if you buy one, 6 months down the road, you want to buy another one and add on. I want it to, like the village to be able to add on to one from one to the next. So the right scale, you know, I want to be able to add on. And what are the other requirements? You know, that you could buy stuff for it, and I wanted it to be simple enough to have a kid do it. I want it to be super simple so that kids can put these together. But I want to have enough flexibility and versatility in the designs that even, you know, people who are more advanced would be able to do it and still enjoy it and have fun and really make something cool out of it. So I'm trying to thread a very strange needle. And you're going to be under your truck today. Why is that? What's going on with your truck? Sway bar link broke. Well, that sounds like a pain in the ass. Sounds like a real pain in the ass. But this is probably going to be one of the warmer days to get that done. So, fairy doors. I saw a window in here that I kind of wanted to emulate. Where was it? Probably do one of those on the other side of the door. That one's pretty. But I saw a window. Where was it? Oh well. Is it up in here somewhere? No. That's alright. Anyways, for the window, I saw this cute little idea. So, let's take, just need a curve, so we'll just take that curve there. Take that curve there. And there, now it has a little doobly-doo to it. Let's just match properties. Come down like that. Across like that. What was the distance I made these? 2 inches. Take this up 2 inches and then go over. Boop, boop. Actually, let me copy this windowsill out first. Trim, 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 trim. There's a window there. And then, how big did I make this guy? 6 inches. Well, I like that little flare that happened. That's nice. That's cute. And there's the windowsill. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. See, I'm trying to do a sloped roof on this one. This one I kind of did. Here's the original one that I did. It's very cabin-like, you know, a brick. This is the inside wall. So, you know, just a nice brick pattern, maybe a board and batten, siding, shake roof, and a stone patio. And these are like the corbels. Since this like is on the wall, these are like the little support structures, and then the little door, 2 little windows on this guy. This guy had a little peep window there. Some stairs. Those are stair treads. I wanted it to be, you know, kind of simple. And then I also made it so that the patio had some thickness to it, because if it's going to be a patio, it's going to be suspended. You don't want just a thin sheet of plywood. That would look ugly. And this way I was able to, bulk it out a little bit and, make it look like it's an object, a thing. That's kind of the point. So the sway bar link broke. Was out for 4 hours yesterday. That's rough. Yesterday was cold. What's today's temperature supposed to be like? Alan sent a photo. Dude, that is such a pain in the dick. Man. I mean, there are worse things that could break. Harder things to break. But good God, that looks like a pain in the ass. Had the new propane heater going to help keep warm. Well, that's good. You, you deserve it, especially when you're working on cars. I got pulled over the other day because my car is illegal with the tint. So I need to get that addressed. Alright, so let's see. There's all the door stuff. There's that window. I need to steal this window frame for that window up there. Roof. I need to do a roof. So how wide is that? It's 9'7". Let's do it's 12 foot, and then that's how deep I'm gonna make this one. So let's rotate that by 90. But I want the roof to stick out. Let's take that. And move that down by, let's call it 2 foot. So there's the roof, or at least part of one roof. See, I'm gonna have to mirror that whole thing, or copy it, I guess. Let's hatch that side. We'll hatch that side. And what we'll do is we'll take that guy, copy it, but now we're going to rotate it by, that's -90, and this one's going to get rotated by 90. There's your roof. Now, this one's a little bit bigger. So I'm thinking since it's bigger, this one should have a little fireplace inside. Right? Right. Let's copy all of this. Bloop, 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 bloop. Now here. So we got that. And halfway down we got that. Let's put the fireplace on the second floor now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy this whole thing out. Alright, yeah, we're gonna copy that. Well, let's pop it over there. I'm gonna move that up to to there, and let's move this up by another foot. I couldn't get the last lug nut off, so working around that is a pain in the ass. Yeah, well, fire. Or someone put it on with a, cross-threaded it with a few extra ugga-duggas. Okay, so now this guy here, we're going to offset these 8 inches. Blop. 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 And we're going to put a round on it. Let's do 8-inch round over. Make these meet. I go into the back here. We just got to take that straight up. Yeah, those are too big. Let's go there and there. Okay. Now I do have a plan for this. Sort of. So we got that there. So here's my plan. We're going to make all of this same type of cobblestone as that guy. But I'm making it, these 3 levels here, so that when you glue them together and put everything in, it kind of gives it a little bit of depth. So you can take like a, cut out a little picture, print off a picture of a fire or something, and put it in there, and then you glue all this stuff together and glue it onto the back, and boom, you have a thing. I thought, at least. And now I need to put together a little, whatchamajigger, a little fire, little chimney that can go up on there. Oh, great golly, we're past time. Look at that. Having so much fun, didn't even realize. So let's save that. At some point today, I'm going to be running to the shop, hopefully, with my new chop saw. Or compound miter, I guess I should call it its proper name. But yeah, so there you go. That's how far I got on today's little excursion. Since this is 2 floors, I think I'm going to actually go through the process of making a floor section to go in there as well. And because I actually have the actual sizes of everything now, like the actual size that, scale and stuff, I can actually cut things to be a little bit more precise and workable. So we'll see how that goes. Anyways, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. This is a lot more fun this time. Alan, good luck on getting your that lug nut off of, and I am probably going to end up calling you here in a little bit because I need to go on something, and yeah. So guys, thanks for watching, thanks for coming, and thank you for helping make this world better. One kerf at a time, and see y'all next week.